If you need a welding helmet under $100 for little projects around the house, or you simply want to pick up a new hobby, and you don't want to spend a small fortune on the tools and gadgets it requires, I've prepared the perfect list for you. Because auto-darkening welding helmets can cost up to $600. You might have trouble deciding which of the cheaper helmets are actually worth buying. And this is understandable, there are so many cheap welding helmets out there, and some of them are made quite badly, which could result in serious injury. Welding is a skill that includes many health hazards, most of which target your face and eyes. And that's why you should aim for the best welding helmet according to your budget. The welding helmet must be able to protect you from sparks, spatter, and flying metal debris, but also from UV and IR rays. The plastic that the helmet is made from should be sturdy and should conform to ANSI safety standards. The welding lens can be with a fixed or a variable shade. With auto-darkening helmets, you can usually switch shade levels between 5 to 8 and 9 to 13, depending on the welding process. There are 4 types of welding processes: sticker MMA, MIG, flux core, and TIG welding. Each of them uses a different amperage, so each requires a different shade level. If you can't really decide which welding process suits you best, having a helmet that works for all of them is a great benefit. Are you looking for the best keyword? In this video, we will look at some of the best keyword on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Dicapro MZ980E. This is a good-looking, solar-powered, auto-darkening welding helmet with a big screen and a clear picture. The 980E really has all these features, and it's a welding helmet under $100. That large screen has a viewing area of 12.5 inches, and it has a 1.5 optical clarity rating. Not only that, but the display is true color, which is always a big plus in my book. Truth is, once you get used to true color, there's no turning back. The 4 arc sensors are very reliable, and they switch from light to dark in 1/25,000th of a second. The shade range is a standard 5 to 8/9 to 13 with a DIN 4 and light state. To choose the shade or any other setting, you have to lift the hood because there are no external controls, not even a grinding mode button. Although the plastic seems a bit flimsy and thin, it does meet ANSI Z87.1 safety standards, so your eyes, face, neck, and head will be safe from sparks and debris. The headgear, however, is not of satisfactory quality. Although comfortable, it doesn't seem to last too long. If it does break eventually, you can remodify the helmet a bit, and you can replace it with better quality headgear. Another great thing about this welding helmet is that it weighs less than 2 pounds. The way the helmet is designed makes it fit in tight spaces, so it's appropriate for the automobile industry, among others. Overall, this is a very well-made auto-darkening welding helmet for a very decent price. DEKOPRO has great customer support, so if you have any issues with the helmet, don't hesitate to contact them. Number 2. Yesselder A091XL. It's not easy to find an auto-darkening welding helmet for such a low price, and with as many features as this one has. The size of the screen is very impressive with a 14.8 viewing area, and it's not only the size that matters. It has a true color display, with an optical clarity rating of 1111. The shade range is 4 to 13, with a shade 3 light state. The 4 arc sensors react in 1/30,000 sec, which will keep your eyes safe. My favorite part, however, are the external control dials. The 3 dials allow you to control the shade, sensitivity, and delay settings, and there's also a grind mode switch. It's too bad all these features are put on such cheap plastic, but something has to take the price down after all. This welding helmet feels quite flimsy, and it doesn't look like it can take a lot of beating, but even if it lasts about a year, it's still worth it. Another detail that bothers me is the headgear. It's so flimsy that some welders claim it broke after only a week or 2, and a common solution seems to be buying Lincoln Electric headgear and just replacing this one. It's a good thing they're compatible. Despite all this, the worst complaint I've run across is that some welders report getting flashed even with a full battery. Nothing is worse than getting flashed. It is the whole purpose of a welding helmet after all. Number 3. Tanox ADF206U. Now, this is a bargain. For the price, not only do you get a very decent auto-darkening welding helmet, but also an extra set of cover lenses and Tanox's 16-inch welding gloves, and they're worth every penny and more. Although the lens isn't large, it has a very clear picture with an optical rating of 1.5. Lenses this size usually only come with 2 arc sensors, but this one has 4, so you can feel safe even from arcs that aren't right in front of you. Their reaction speed is also admirable, with 1/25,000 sec to switch from dark to light state. The dark state has an adjustable shade of 5 to 13, and the light state is a fixed shade 4. To control the shade, you simply turn the dial, which is on the outer left side of the helmet. To switch to grind mode, you need to turn that dial all the way right. The rest of the controls are placed on the inside of the helmet, right above the display. The plastic that the solar-powered welding helmet is made of does feel thin and flimsy, but it conforms to N379 and ANSI Z87.1 safety standards, so your face and neck will be safe from sparks and debris. I like the design of this particular welding helmet, but if you prefer a plain black design, you can get it here. Comfort is obviously something Tanox paid attention to when designing this welding helmet, but not to the quality of the headgear. Some welders have complained that it broke after a month or two of moderate use. This seems to be a recurring issue with low-budget welding helmets. Number 4. Techware X3. There aren't many auto-darkening welding helmets under $100 that you can find which feature a panoramic view, but the Techware X3 is one of them. The main auto-darkening lens is 3.943 x 3.27, and it features 4 arc sensors that react in 1/10,000 sec, which is not great, not terrible. The display shows true colors and has an optical clarity rating of 1/1/2. There's no green tint, so the overall quality of the picture is on a high level. The 2 side windows have independent arc sensors which will darken the lens if they sense an arc. This might be the coolest feature of this welding helmet. The shade range is 5 to 13 with a shade 4 in light state. The side windows are at a fixed shade 5 and cannot be controlled. To control the shade, you don't have to lift the hood, because it's placed on the outer left side. However, to switch between welding and grinding modes, you have to reach inside. The switch is on the control board, which is right above the display. The size of the main lens and the 2 side windows really add to the overall weight of the welding helmet, making it the heaviest helmet on this list, with 2.7 pounds. To make things worse, the headgear is not very well made, so it will take a while for your neck to build up the muscle to carry that weight. A good idea would be to just replace the headgear with one made from a high-end brand, because the ratchet for adjusting the fit is not very durable and might break rather quickly. Number 5. YESWELDER LiGS400S. Yeswelder has quickly become a serious brand when it comes to welding equipment. They have such a wide range of welding helmets that it's almost impossible not to include at least 2 when making a list of the best welding helmets you can find. This auto-darkening welding helmet features 2 side windows to provide a panoramic view. The front lens is quite small, but it provides a very clear picture with true colors. The optical rating is 1/1/2, so no need to worry about blurriness. Because of the size of the welding lens, there are only 2 arc sensors, and they have a reaction speed of 1/10,000 seconds, which is not the best, but it's okay. The issue with the side windows is that they're not auto-darkening, so if you have to weld in a confined space, the arc will bother you. A good solution for this would be to find a bigger golden lens and cut it into shape, so you can replace the original lenses. Another issue with this welding helmet is that there are no external controls. To switch to grinding or cutting, you have to take your gloves off and lift the hood up. It seems that all of Yeswelder's welding helmets have the same issue. The headgear is very cheap. Some welders have reported the headgear to break after only a few weeks. Number 6. Hobart 770,890. This auto-darkening welding helmet costs a few bucks more than $100, but it's a Hobart, and that means reliability. The helmet is made from polyamide nylon, so it's very durable and sturdy. The lens is 9.3 square inches, so it's not huge, but it's still quite large. Most importantly, the optical clarity is a perfect 1/1/1/1, so you don't have to worry about eye strain. A minor drawback is the green tint of the display, as most of the other helmets on this list feature true color. With an adjustable shade between 9 to 13, this helmet can't really be used for low amperage TIG welding. The light state is fixed at shade 3, so you get a very clear picture of your surroundings. The 4 arc sensors are very reliable and react immediately, switching to dark state in 1/25,000 seconds. What really bugs me about this welding helmet is that all the controls are inside, including the grind weld switch. On the upside, the headgear is super comfortable and sturdy. The front side is padded, and the backside has a sponge that is very soft but durable. The total weight of this Hobart welding helmet is only 1.25 pounds, so there's no neck strain.